So, which server should you play on? The short answer is Crom, the PvE server, because it is the most populated. So this is the first one here. Sometimes the order can change, so just be careful about that. On the Fury server, which is PvP, you can be ganked in generally any zone. However, in settlements and in cities, there are guards which are maximum level, which will aggro hostile players and generally kill them without really any trouble. Fury does have a good dedicated PvP community, but you can also PvP in Crom, in dedicated endgame PvP zones and also like in arenas and so on. Most people play in Crom though, and you'll definitely get more help in global chat in Crom, and there are just generally more things happening in Crom as well. Okay, so Unconquered characters. This has been in the game since about 2019 or so about 4 years, long before games like World of Warcraft have copied the idea. You can choose Unconquered status down the bottom here when you're creating a character, and only when you're creating a character and no other time. You can generally see here what it says in the tooltip, so Unconquered characters gain additional benefits and rewards as long as they haven't been defeated, that is, killed. Upon the character's first death, Unconquered status is lost and all further rewards are forfeited. So you can choose this when making a character only, and when you die, as it says, you lose the status. Your character isn't deleted, so it's similar to kind of like hardcore Iron Man in RuneScape, that you lose your status and that's it. You can still, though, buy and sell items on the auction house and even trade them with other players, so there isn't that kind of restriction. Every 20 levels that you get without dying, you'll receive a reward, which is essentially a set of armor. There's 3 sets of cosmetic armor to get, one at level 20, one at level 40, and one at level 60. At level 80, you get a set of cosmetic weapons, which you can use similar to the transmog in World of Warcraft and other games. You can use them in a vanity panel to overwrite the look of your gear and so on and so forth. You can also check my other Unconquered video guide for more information about this, and I'll now show you the 3 sets of gear that I have. I don't have the weapons, but I'll show you the 3 sets of gear. It's the same for each character, or each class, I should say, so you can skip ahead if you don't want to see those now. So the first set of Unconquered gear looks like this. It has no helmet. It's equipped in the body slot, in the vanity slot as well. And yeah, you have some sort of like sandals. There's a bit of a sort of grey, red theme to it. Looks quite nice. I really like it. This is what you get when you get level 20 without dying. And what you get getting level 40 without dying is this one. It's essentially pretty much the same thing, as you can see, except you have these sort of like armbands now and these sort of like wristbands and so on, and you also get a helm. So to show you again the difference between the first two, you can basically see here, you get these extra things. So yeah. And the third set of gear you get is entirely different. It's this sort of Altair style Assassin's Creed robe, which looks really quite nice. Has some sort of like rubies or whatever on it. You've got these quite nice gloves, and it almost looks like an eagle on the hood here. And yeah, it's pretty much just a robe that you get. And unfortunately, I don't have the weapons, but I will make a video about those when I get them. So, how to use the map. By default, you just press M. It comes up like this. If you haven't modified the UI, it will usually come up in the center of the screen. You can click to drag and expand it, make it bigger and smaller. I generally keep it open about this much. You can expand the legend to see what all the icons mean. I have different icons than you have because I'm using a custom UI. You can check my custom UI video for more information on that. Yeah, you can expand the bottom here as well for a bit more detailed information of your active quest and so on, and show only your active quest here. If you click the arrow at the bottom here, it will move the map back to wherever your character is. So if I go somewhere else like here and I start looking around, I can simply click this one back to go where I am. On top of that, the map basically gives you an idea of how to get to certain zone by traveling through other zones. And you can see that, for example, if you go to the world map, and scroll out, you can see that in order to get to Kitai, you basically have to go through Stygia, and then from there you can pretty much travel directly to it. So if you go to, not Kopchef, I should say, to Kemi, and then if you speak to this person down here, or which one? Yeah, this guy here, the yellow dot, as the legend says, is the travel point. you can get to Kitai from there. So the world map gives you a bit of an idea on how the zones are connected and so on. So, yeah. Alright, now where you should level. Well, you check the map with M, each zone has a level bracket. So if you click on the world map here, you can see in here, if you mouse over a zone, if I just make my map a bit bigger for a second, and I will just move it over here, you can see that each of these areas have a level bracket. So this one is a PvP region. This one is 60 to 75. This one is also a PvP region. This one is 70 to 80. And so on and so forth. Many of these areas are actually very high level areas, even if they don't show what level they are. I think for a fact Purple Lotus Swamp is a level 80 area, if I remember correctly. But generally you pick one of these areas. As long as you are the minimum level, you can do the quests there. Not all levels are suitable, all areas are suitable for leveling, but generally what I would usually do is follow this streamlined approach of obviously starting at Tortage, which you absolutely have to start at. So you wake up on the beach until level 5 and you quest there until level 5. Once you get to 20, you generally leave Tortage and you will be sent to your racial city area, which could be either Tarantia in Aquilonia, Connacht Village, where I am right now, in Samaria, to Kemi in Stygia, or to Gateway to Kitai in Kitai, basically. Depending on what race you have picked, you'll automatically get sent to one of these areas after you leave Tortage. From there, depending on what you're doing, I would honestly recommend that no matter what you do after level 20, you simply just go to Gateway to Kitai. It is by far the best place to level. You should level from 20 to 40 there without any problems, after which you should go to the Tarantia Noble District, which is in Tarantia here, or the Field of the Dead to level 50, which is in Samaria somewhere around here. There it is. So yeah. However, you start there at level 40, roughly, as I said. From 40 to 50, I would recommend, from 50 onwards, I would recommend the coast of Ardashir, which is essentially Turan, if you have the expansion, or the Iglothian Mountains, which are here from 50 to 60. After that, there's Dead Man's Hand to 70. I'm not exactly sure where Dead Man's Hand is. It's like somewhere around here. I'm not going to waste time looking for it, but you'll find it somewhere. Sorry, I don't know off the top of my head. Keshada is another one you can go to at 70 to 80 to basically wrap up the leveling experience. It's a pretty nice zone. Some people go there at 72, some people go there at 70, so on. And then also, of course, a mix of the final areas in Kitai is fine as well, but you need to be level 80 and these are all endgame areas, so you have to be really careful going there. But some people do go there before they're even level 80 as well. That's generally what I would recommend. Alright, achievements and how to get them. You can go up here, it's Control L by default. This shows your achievements. So Age of Conan Unchained has various achievements which are basically awarded for things like killing NPCs and other players, completing quests, finding treasure chests hidden in zones, killing bosses and rare spawns, and doing exploration, and so on. A lot of the custom icons in the map that I'll show in another guide help you with these achievements. You can basically go through them and have a look. The main rewards for achievements are player titles and player badges. However, you can also get a few mounts as well. Titles are displayed underneath your name if you show your name tag, and other people will obviously be able to see your name as well. And player badges are shown next to your name, and badges are these things here. So these are badges and then your titles there. I haven't unlocked any titles. The best achievements to unlock are those which allow free teleports. You can access your free teleports from the playfield area here and then access passes and scroll down through them. You unlock these when you get at least 1,000 achievement points. I have 520 here, and then you basically get this Achiever one. As you can see here, it rewards you a Hycranian Camel Mount and hub and PvP teleports through the GUI, which I just showed you. And as you get more achievement points, you unlock various more teleports and so on and so forth, which is quite nice as well. Some of them are even account-wide, which is quite nice too. So yeah, there's that. Basically just try and get as many achievement points as you pretty much can, and the way to get them is detailed pretty well here in the achievement panel. Okay, so how to buy or sell things to other players and also to NPCs. So you look in the main zone for traders. As you can see here, trader is the name, and also he's level 80 and his title is level 80. So this is a trader NPC, which will give you access to the auction house and also to your bank and to your guild bank as well. You simply right click on them, open up your inventory with I or whatever you have it set to, drag the item that you want to sell into the panel here, right click, offer for sale, and set a price. There is a trade post sales fee for the item, which generally depends on the item's rarity and its level and so on. It's a bit more expensive for items that are generally high level and a bit rarer. In this case, it's 94 tin, which is almost 1 copper. So if I sell this for 1 tin and click accept, it is now for sale and now can be found by somebody else in the buy tab here. If I wish to stop selling, I can simply right click and click stop selling. You can also refresh the duration, which is always 7 days and cannot be changed in any way, by simply stopping the sale, in which case you've lost the sales commission or the trade post fee, I should say. And then you can simply list it for sale again. Yeah, so there's also, of course, a sale if the item actually sells as well. Yeah, you can't sell character-bound items, obviously, so there are some items which are character-bound. For instance, this sacrificial blade here, which I cannot sell. If I try and sell it and right-click, the only option I have is to delete the item as well. If you're unsure what the price of something you're selling should be, you can simply search for it here. So when you want to buy something, this is also how you buy something here. You can simply search for it and find out what someone else is selling it for and then undercut them a little, as you would in many other MMOs. Generally, the format that I choose to sell items with is if it's between level 1 and 20, I sell it for 1 silver. If it's between 20 and 30, I sell it for 2 silver. Between 30 and 40 for 3 silver, and so on and so forth. In this case, items generally sell really well. If the item is, however, a blue or rare item and a rare drop, I sell it for usually a bit more. So that depends then. For instance, this Jawbreaker here, which I can't equip until level 38, and I'm going to use it on my character anyway in 1 level, I would sell this for more if I was going to sell it. Also, you should still follow the undercutting rule in general. If someone's already selling something, you should undercut them. If you try and sell for a ridiculous price above that, it probably won't sell. Other than that, yeah, like I said, you buy things from the buy tab here. Once you've bought something, it will show up in the postal service here, and then you can take all the attachments. In this case, I sold 1 item for 95 copper and 19 tin. I can take the attachments and then simply delete the mail, and that's it. You can also access your guild bank here if you are in a guild. If you're in your own guild, you can make a guild and have a guild bank here as well. If you have permission, you can take things out. As you can see, I don't have permission to do that. And of course, you can deposit things and also deposit a portion of your money and then withdraw. So yeah. Oh, and to sell to a vendor, you simply go to a vendor, for instance, this potion vendor here, right click the sell tab and start selling basically. And you will get the vendor price, which is always displayed in the tooltip of the item at the very bottom. Alright, so server maintenance. There is server maintenance generally every Thursday at 2 p.m. London time for 1 hour, as it says here in red. There will be a server-wide reminder or notification shown starting from 15 minutes from before the maintenance till the moment that the server goes down. Generally, it lasts for 1 hour, and simply what it really is just a server restart, and that's it.